Hey there, cats and kittens. This week's movie review is Super 8, a Paramount Pictures film. It's directed by J.J. Abrams and it stars Joel Courtney as Joe Lamb, Kyle Chandler as Jackson Lamb, Elle Fanning as Alice Daynard, Riley Griffiths as Charles, Noah Emmerich as Nellick, and Ron Eldard as Louis Daynard. The story takes place in a small town in Ohio in 1979, and at the beginning of the film we see that the lead of the film, a young boy named Joe Lamb, his mother has been killed in an industrial accident. And so both he and his father, who initially he wasn't very close with, Jackson Lamb, who by the way is a deputy in this small town, are both processing their emotions. Now, one way for the boy to find release and comfort is to work with a group of his friends. As the director of this film, Charles, probably Joe's best friend, is working on a zombie film to be presented at a film festival. Now, they recruit a young girl, Alice Daynard, who is the daughter of the man who inadvertently caused Joe's mom to die through an accident, really, but nonetheless, Louis, the father, blames himself for this. And so there's friction there. But during the course of the film, there's also a young romance. Now, here's the thing. Also, on a night of shooting, they witness an accident on a railroad tracks, as you have this, this convoy of train cars which are pulling something very mysterious. And a truck goes on the tracks, causes this horrific accident on which the kids are ground zero at, again, while they're shooting this film. And they inadvertently are there when something unearthly is released. And during the course of the film, there's a series of mysterious happenings, and the boy and his friends are still filming their zombie film. And it's really a story of how the boy and his dad get together, but there's also healing between Alice and her father. So it's really a story of families healing, processing through emotion, processing through grief, and also how there is a healing power to being creative. And so that story of family is first and foremost what drives this film. Now, the action-packed scenes are fantastic. And yeah, it's curious because they build your appetite for seeing the monster in bits and pieces. So when the monster finally appears, and I say monster because it has a monster appearance, it's really just an alien. You're thinking, wow. So the film works as an action film, but it works better as a family film, I think. What about the performances? Well, Joe, the young boy, and his friends are very charming and charismatic. Joe effectively carries the film. He's very likable, and I think this young actor has a great future ahead of him, as, of course, does Elle Fanning, who is so talented. She is a very engaging presence, and there's not a single false note in the film. She's very likable, and like her sister Dakota, just so technically proficient. It's just really amazing. So I think there's a bright future for all of them. What about the director of this film? Well, not the actual film director, but the director of the film within the film. Well, again, Charles, again, as a conflicted teenager, is very believable, very likable, and he's also very good. So I think there's a bright future for everyone. And really, all the kids in it are, in their own way, entertaining and funny and charismatic. Now, Kyle Chandler as a grieving dad works, as does the other, well, both grieving dads work in this film. And it's funny because I like the way the dads are presented as sympathetic figures, and that's good, and they're not really an obstacle that have to be overcome, which I sometimes see in other films. So it presents dad in a good way, which is very good. What about the villain of the film, Nellick, who is the military person in charge of dissecting, probing, torturing this alien. Well, he is villainous, and even his subordinates are villains. And they make very effective foils as adversaries that the filmmaking kids and Deputy Lamb have to overcome. So he works very well, and when eventually he does face justice, Nellick, that is, the villainous military guy, yeah, it works on that level, and you think, oh, great! Now, I think the only quibble I have with this film, and which is going to affect my rating of the film, is the fact that I'm kind of sick and tired, and have been for a long time, of the military in general being portrayed as bad guys, because we have so many wonderful and noble military people that they're not all mindless robots who do bad things because they're ordered to do bad things. Now, in general, the special effects, fantastic. The story, brilliant, very nice. And I think the pacing of the film works very well. The film is very well supported by an engaging soundtrack, and the instrumental pieces just really drive the story along nicely. So, what am I going to give this film? I'm going to give this film a solid B+. I would have liked to have given it an A, but again, just the portrayal of the military as all of them being villainous, it was just a bit much. Oh, and by the way, make sure you stick around for the end during the credits, because there's a nice little surprise there which you will enjoy immensely. So because of the portrayal of the military, I'm going to give this film a B+. So see it at the movie theater? Yes, you're going to enjoy it very much. Get it on DVD and or Netflix? Yes, absolutely, you'll enjoy it once more. And I'm thinking I'm going to go buy this film. I just enjoyed it that much. Alright guys, well, I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye.